And welcome back to Idaho Today. COVID-19 has resulted in a population of people called long haulers, those with residual symptoms from the illness, and for some, this includes shortness of breath and trouble breathing. Well, the St. Luke's COVID Recovery Clinic and Opera Idaho have created a unique program utilizing the art of singing to help some of their patients improve their symptoms. So joining us right now, we have Dr. Laura Rushing-Rains. She's a professor at Boise State's Department of Music and a teacher of voice and meditation, along with Nadamai Shanti. She's a licensed professional counselor and holistic life coach. We have both of them joining us right now, but right now we're seeing Nadamai or Mai. Thank you so much for being with us, and we'll have the pleasure of seeing both of you here in just a moment. But my first question is, this is incredibly unique. First of all, such a great program and a great approach to healing. We've all heard that art is therapy, but this is a new twist. So tell us how singing has been able to help these patients.
Well, it's so interesting what singers learn about breathing that is being transferred right into recovery from long COVID. And we're just so happy to be able to share these skills. I'm not the expert, obviously, Laura is the professional teacher in this capacity, but I'm a singer and I get to help out too. I'm so excited to participate.
Excellent. And Laura too, help us understand too, where did the idea for this program come from?
This idea originated with the English National Opera in London. And,
oh, wow.
Of course, during COVID, opera singers were pretty much not singing. And so a group of singers got together there to see if they might be able to help with COVID. And since COVID is so much about breath, just like singing is, they thought that maybe by teaching COVID patients to breathe better in the way that opera singers breathe, they might be able to help. So they partnered with the National Health Service in England, and they piloted what has become a very successful program. And then LA Opera picked it up, and now Opera Idaho is doing the same thing.
How brilliant. Okay, so how did you both get involved?
Well, I saw Opera Idaho sent out a call for people who might be interested in helping with this. And I have long been interested in the connections between singing and health. Mm-hmm. And so I jumped on it. I emailed right away back to them and said that I'm really interested in working on this.
Okay, and Nadamai, how did you get involved?
Well, Laura's a friend of mine, and she's come over to my house before COVID. We used to sing together a bunch, and she said, how would you like to bring your guitar and join me on this? So I was like, well, yeah, let's do this.
Excellent. Okay, so help us understand then what exercises you both did to apply to this therapy. We just saw some B-roll of you, Nadamai, playing and singing along. I understand that there's a great exercise you do with a straw in water that kind of helps people visualize and see how they're exhaling and how strong that breath is. What are some other exercises?
Well, let's toss it over to Laura. Let her give that to you.
Okay, Laura, walk me through this. Let's do this.
Yeah, Melissa, if you want to join me, that'd be great. So one of the things that singers think about a lot is the back of the body and how the breath moves there. And so one of the first things we do with the long COVID patients is we try to get them aware of their entire chest cavity, front, back, sides, everything. And so let's just start by giving yourself a hug.
Oh, okay.
We do this and take a breath and notice that as you take the breath, you're feeling some additional movement in your back. You might feel that your breath is even a little bit more spacious. Most of us don't think about how much space we actually have for breath in our back body. And so this gets us to feel the upper back and also the back in a different way. So there's a lot of space back there for breath that we don't utilize. So that's one of the first things we do. And then another thing that we do a lot of is some self-massage routines. Starting usually with, let me go back. Starting often with shoulders and neck.
Oh, this is wonderful.
So just doing a little self-care that we aren't normally prone to doing in our society. And then we might move to the sides of the rib cage. and we just see how the breath is responding to all this as we do it.
Laura, I think this
So
is
we're
absolutely
always-
fantastic because there's a lot of mindfulness on how you're actually breathing. Because I'd imagine if you're not focusing on your back and the space that you can fill back here, maybe we're naturally breathing shallow as is, like a lot of shoulder. And I feel like when I loosen my shoulders and stretch my neck, that I'm breathing deeper. Is that the goal here? Is a deeper, fuller breath?
That's exactly the goal. And thank you, Melissa. You just hit on a whole bunch of stuff that we're dealing with, that we think about all the time. And I often wonder what would happen if our entire society were to really think more about breath work, because it does help clarity of thinking, it helps energy, and so of course it's helping these long COVID patients.
Well, I feel a lot more centered just by stretching my back, and I think I'm just going to implement that in my daily routine before I come in here in studio, actually. So both of you, you've helped me today. And thank you so much for taking your incredible skill set, your love of art, and truly bringing healing to those who really need it most. So thank you so much to both of you, and thank you for sharing your story with us.